I put together a slide here that shows the comparison of real estate investments versus other investments. So you can even get a greater idea of the power of real estate. Okay? So here's what I did. I put at the top, I put real estate, mutual funds, stocks, gold, CD, municipal bonds. Those are the common investments. On the left-hand side, I put all the potential categories. Leverage. So I did LED CC. Leverage, equity, appreciation, depreciation, capital gains, cash flow. Then I went to the tax category. Pre-tax, growth tax, post-tax, safety. These are the main categories essentially you're living life in right here. Now what I didn't include in here, these are investments. I didn't include purchases. We're just talking about investments now. Because as soon as you make non-tax deductible purchases, everything goes bad fast. Okay? So these are potential investments. So you go, real estate, leverage, yes. Can you leverage mutual fund? No. Stocks? No. Gold? No. CD? No. You want a $100 CD, how much do you have to pay? $100. You want $100 in gold, how much do you have to pay? $100. Municipal bonds? No. Huge. Now, how much can I leverage? Is there a rule? No. I told you. I bought a few homes and didn't pay any money at all, and I'll show you the sequence of how that works. My very first home I bought, I didn't pay any money down. The lady needed to sell the house, just needed a little cosmetics, and she was desperate to sell the house, and it wouldn't sell on the open market because it needed some cosmetics. She just handed it over to me. I didn't pay a penny for it. That's called owner financing. I handed it over to my property manager, and in 28 days we had a renter in there cash flowing. So that was, now this was 20 years ago. That was about 100, it was a blue collar residential homes, like a 3-2 small home, 1,200 square feet, just a real solid middle lower class blue collar neighborhood. That home at the time was worth, I think, about $130,000. What did she just give me? $130,000. How much did it cost me? In money, cost me nothing. But I had to know how to do it. Okay? All right. So leverage is huge. That's like one of my friends went to Arizona and he paid cash for a home. It's one of the worst things he could have done. I said, you just destroyed one of the most valuable reasons to invest in real estate. You just paid cash. And it might have been $200,000 roughly. How many other homes could he have bought for $200,000? Well, if he put $100,000 per home, he'd have 2 homes instead of 1. So he'd have $400,000 instead of $200,000. If he put $25,000 down, right? He'd have 8 homes instead of 1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, $1.6 million versus $200,000. But yet people want to pay off their homes. They want to take all their money and pay off their homes. Now it's dead. Now it's dead. It's dead. So go to equity. Real estate, yes. Mutual fund, yeah, depending on if you're lucky, you know. Stocks, well, that's highly variable. Could be. I mean, last year most people lost 24%. Gold's real stable. Are the minerals like gold and silver, are they known for appreciating? No. They're known for holding the value of money in inflation and things like that. That's what gold's for. Just to make your money safe from decreasing. So are you going to get rich in leveraging in gold? No. People leverage in gold to not lose their money when governments turn bad, economies turn bad. Everybody moves their money into gold and silver just because that's stable. Municipal bonds, yeah. So, and it varies depending on what you're in. Appreciation, real estate, yes. Mutual funds, no. Stocks, no. Gold, no. CD, no. Mutual funds, no. Depreciation, real estate, yes. Mutual fund, no. Stocks, no. Gold, no. CD, no. Mutual bonds, no. Capital gains, real estate, yes. Mutual fund, yes. Stocks, yes. Gold, yes. CD, yes. Municipal bonds, yes. Cash flow, if you do it right, yes. Mutual fund, that's called a dividend, right? Stocks, dividend. Again, that's highly variable on, did you pick the right one? What's the market like? Gold, yes. CD, yes. Mutual bonds. Pre-tax. Real estate. Pre-tax. Now we want to pay attention when we invest in something. Do we invest with pre-tax money? Well, if it's pre-tax money, you'll have more money to buy with, right? Than after tax. Growth tax, in other words, are you taxed on the growth? See, these are different vehicles. Whether it's pre-tax money, capital gains money, earned income money. Is it pre-tax money? See? All of these are different investment vehicles. Well, what would be the best? No earned income, no capital gains, 100% tax-free, that you can invest pre-tax, 100% tax-free. That's the most bang for the buck, isn't it? Are those investments out there everywhere? Are they out at Walmart? No. In other words, you got to know what you're doing to make that happen. Then it goes into the investment vehicle. And you look at all these factors. If we're just going to look at tax, does it grow? Is it tax-free when it grows? Is it capital gains tax when it grows? Is it earned income tax when it grows? Next is when you take it out, when you use it. Is it tax-free when you use it? Is it capital gains when you use it? Is it earned income when you use it? See, those are the levers. So there's about 5 levers, right? So every time you make make money or make a purchase, you want to position yourself in each of those levers for the optimal situation. Now, will you always be able to make 100% earned income, not taxed, no pre-tax, 100% growth, and not taxed afterwards? No. It's always a mix. Like I said, that pizza cost you $80, okay? But what if it was a tax-deductible pizza? What if it was and let's not say pizza right now because that's a food item. So let's just say a $20 item. So $40, $80, it cost you $80 if you weren't able to deduct it, right? Well, what if we at least was able to deduct it? What if it was a business expense? Well, now we don't have to pay taxes on it, right? But you still got to earn it, right? Well, what if you used capital gains money to buy it instead of earned income money? It was cheaper now, right? Didn't cost as much. So if you used capital gains money and it was a business expense, and what if you threw depreciation to write off the capital gains? Well, now we have no earned income, we have no taxes, no capital gains, it only costs $20. You see what I had to do to make that happen? Now I'll have the ability to some degree to do this. So now it only costs me, because I've got depreciating going against the $20 it cost me to buy it. So it only cost me $20, that's it. And it gets better if this was passive income that you bought it with, not earned income. Passive, and it gets better if what you bought it with was passive income that was 100% tax-free. See? There's all of these steps you got to think about, whether it's earned income, capital gains income, passive income, active income, the tax situation, how depreciation affects your taxes, whether it's a business expense or not, determines whether you're going to pay more for it or not. That's one side of the equation. Then after you buy it, how can you structure it to where it's maybe get it to where it's 100% deductible. Now it costs you less. And maybe you bought something that's going to appreciate instead of depreciate, and you only made a one-time payment. You don't have to make monthly payments on it. See? I'm trying to manipulate those equations with everything that I do. Those are about what, 5, 7 equations right there? And I'm just trying to, it's never all going to be great. I'm just trying to look at each one and go, how can I make that one the best? And then how can I make this one the best? How can I make this one the best? That's what I'm trying to do.